Okay, so in the history iti war, one of the best tool to dismantle and to demoralize iti kalaban iti karkaruno na pigsa iti kalaban is they use the kunating ambush. And there are many strong armies, strong nations that was almost destroyed. Pukaw tiganas da. They were demoralized even though they are so strong because of this tactic iti basic nga grupo ti soldado. Well, when you say ambush, it is known. It's kunana that it is a coward way to destroy an enemy. It is a trap. They use a trap on the way without any knowledge ng adadayjay. Then later on, they will try to kill as many as they can. Well, in life, it is just like that. There are many situations si panagbiag tayo that our reputation is at stake. Our reputation is adajay kunata yung adajay naisalang iti panaka-ambush iti adung tattao. And one of the most precious thing that we could ever have iti daga malaksid iti nagan ken malaksid iti wealth is our reputation. When the reputation is damaged, it cripples you, it disappoints you, and for some people it leads them to commit suicide because there is no more name. The beauty of that name is already rotting, has been shattered. So nga dito nga, Rabbi, for this reason, I invite you ala iti Psalm chapter 4, since iti series iti Wednesday prayer meeting. And we are going to talk about when reputation is ambush. When reputation is ambush. Last time, the Psalm chapter 3, we saw and we have seen the occasion and scenario where Absalom is hunting his father. And Psalm chapter 3, many would believe it was written in Chimpu nga jay sunawari jay Jerusalem when they are on the way of escape. And at the Psalm chapter 4, katuloy na di Psalm chapter 3, where David is contemplating aday sunay di bantay, and he is already contemplating about his situation kananya ti mapaspasama kanya na, where his reputation in Jerusalem is being mocked, it is being ridiculed, katawanda, and many of the people there are rejoicing awanan ni David nga kung kunadang Pipya, that's very nice, Absalom, you did a good job. Tamtamina ni amang, maruam ni amang. His reputation is being destroyed. All the things, all the labors that he had for many years as a warrior, as a great warrior, binangon na Israelites, and here he is thinking that all the accomplishments that he has accomplished, that it leads already to garbage. It becomes a garbage. The reputation that he has established as a great warrior of God has been mocked by people. And people are laughing at him, ijibantay nga tamtamina. Well, sometimes itibiyag tayo kasi, but probably in the family or probably in the community, and probably uray pa man in school and workplaces, we can never escape iti kunata yung character assassination. We can never escape that there are times and there are people the devil will use to destroy our reputation. And awanan tayo lang order, tayo lang order nga nabaknang, and that's the only wealth that we have, and madadal pa lang dijay through these people. And here is God's warrior being tormented by pain, being in torment, iti grabe nga panaka-ambush iti adung nga tattao nga katawan na tinaga na. They have forgotten all the accomplishment that he has, all the blessings, kung luxury nga laklak-aman dagiti tattao, di teritoryo, kung dagiti dinandanon na nga kinangker na nga places, because people has forgotten the things that he has done for them. Well, for David, it was a time where he experienced the pain of that brutal torture. It brutally tortures his faith. It brutally tortures his hope in the Lord, that it seems kaslaawan ng tinamnama, nalpasan ni Suna. He's just like a garbage. It is ang wanang titao. Nobody likes him already. It is a brutal torture to his patience. That's why nakitaan niyo di verse 2, that is Psalm chapter 4 verse 2. Kung nanay nga, O you sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? How long will you love vanity and seek after lies or leasing? Kat nasawan. May isang kat kung basbasan dito Psalm kat jay emotion na. One of the things that I like to understand iti book iti Psalm kung read the chapters as I read the verses is how does it feel, how does he feel, how does he express the verse 1, how does he express the verse 1 nga rito eh. How about the verse 2? Does he, kasat mo ti pa nang-express na rito eh. I could just imagine God's warrior. Here was a warrior of the Lord. Crying before God. Amutay mat nga ito. He was a great warrior. Namasidugmat na riknamot. Sensitibo triknana iti apo. And many times he cried before the Lord. And I could just imagine nga kung kunana na ito yung ti verse 2 ni David nga na kung kunana nga, Oh, you sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? How long will you love vanity and seek after lies? How long? It was a pain. It is just like iti sangit iti may siyang agsaksakit nga how long katno pa yung agsabang iti rigat ko apo Diyos manong katawon retreat na but Lord how long? It is a verse that expresses his deep pain, that it was brutally tortured, that there is nothing, even his reputation, like Katsuna de Palacio, all the titles, all the glory, all the beauty, ngay tunad niya nga pag in-enjoy na kumay. Awan pulos. And even the reputation that he has, minabatbati, awan pa'y pulos, people are already against him. It shattered him to dust. It led him to think of he is useless, it is angwanan niya po. It caused him, it is tempting him to detach himself from the Lord, nga if kaslaawanan iti Diyos. It is tempting him to separate himself from the Lord. It is tempting him to rebel against the Lord, and it is tempting him to accuse God nga God has forsaken him. That was the effect, Jay kunata yung Jay panakaambush iti reputasyon iti nga David. Well, tonight I would like to tell you when the time will come kada kayo for not all the time kat everything in our Christian life is happy. So kaslag daw tak ti kanta nga, and now I am happy all the day. Not all the time kat happy the Christians. There are times that he will cry. Sometimes he will cry before the Lord, and even this man, a warrior, a general, a great soldier of the Lord, he cried because of his reputation was already shattered. And when that situation will come in your life, the point that I would like you to understand tonight is this: when your reputation is ambushed, we have God who is able to restore a shattered and trodden reputation. Adantay ti Diyos nga makay subli uray mo na burak-burak ni Jay kung napayat-payatan nga reputasyon. We have a God. We have God who is able to do that. And iti chapter 4 nga ito, I could see some tactics, some defense on how David confronted iti kunata yung panakaambush iti reputasyon. And how I pray that we will learn also these divine tactics from God's men on how we confront dagiti kunata nga panakaambush iti reputasyon tayo when the time will come. And may I say to you, the first is this: when your reputation is ambushed, may I tell you, first of all, I would like to encourage you to appeal for God's righteousness. Appeal for God's righteousness. Kita ninyo verse 1. Hear me, let's all read together. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. the first thing na maalala tayo dyan, O God of my righteousness. Appeal for God's righteousness. In a time when our reputation is being dismantled or shattered. Sometimes the only thing nga rin yung panunutik at nobody believes us already. Awanan ti mamati ka tayo. Awanan ti rupa tayo nga isangot tayo. Sometimes the feeling tayo kat awanan ti raso nga ipakipakitan pa lang ni rupa mo jay. That's the feeling, Nico. That's the feeling ni David. And yet, when he was confronted in this situation, what he did is, he went before the Lord and he appealed for God's righteousness. He sought for God's righteousness. Lord, you know what is right. You know what is true. Among upon all the things that they are accusing mo katagpaypayso. Lord, sikalaan ti mabaling nga makaawat kanyak. Nobody, awanan pulos ti makaawat kanyak kanunod na lang sika. And nobody is more able to help me in my situation and to defend me in my situation. Sikalaan nga pulos. Lord, the people have betrayed me. They have turned their back on me. And my name was already a mocking name. Nga uray ti aso kat ipanagan na pa'y siguro tinagan kung nagiti tarakanda nga aso. Tapno pang sipat lang awana kung iti sawananda. Lord, I beg you so much apo tinay pingatid po. The only thing that I have is, Lord, is you. You are a righteous God. Lord, and the only thing that I can cling on to defend my case is you. Lord, you are righteous. All these people are against me, but amok apo, sikat yakin amo. And amok apo nga you are on my side. I am reminded of a situation in the Chimpo ni Daniel where a high priest was talking to the Lord. And the Bible said, nagkamali kat it was written in Daniel chapter 10 kat he was talking to the Lord, he was preparing himself nga ikararag dagiti nasyon iti Israel. And when he was there talking to the Lord, on his right hand side, on the side of his the right hand na, the devil is standing and kukuna na kaniapon daytoy ti padi nga makitungtong kanyang managbasol daytay hinsigar na amin ti basol na ti sangwanan ni Apo Diyos. Wala nga amo di high priest di jay nam ti kakatawa dayti demonyo dayti demonyo nga dayti diablo nga dayti, but he was accusing him before the Lord. Is he the one who will talk to the people tomorrow? Look at his life. And when he was doing like that, accusing this man that he is not unworthy, ang kasta ni Apo Diyos kat itatal naman dita nga diablo. I've forgiven this man. Yes, he have done those things, but I would like to tell you, shut up. I have forgiven that man, and he's worthy to pray for my people. Well, I would like to tell you, in the midst of accusations of false, of many ambush, well, it is lonely. The pain is too much. The feeling and the knowledge that even your people who were one time supporting you turned their back on you, they have betrayed on you, nagtagsan. And even those times where you think, Lord, I've been praying for a peaceful kingdom, but you have answered it in a different way, negative. And may I tell you that even in that, sometimes some people would die as a martyr, some would die as in a noble death. Some die in sickness, and some die, hindi ko natin na-enjoy that health da. Some are in a situation that in our situation as well of adaan tayo, gluplupias, kasapulan tayo, kundi chimpo nga kasapulan tayo. Well, my brother in the Lord, no matter what situation, whether positive or negative, let me tell you this, trust God's righteousness. He knows what is best. When we talk of God's righteousness, sometimes we question na nasayat lang ti Diyos. We just praise Him for all the things na itipid na. But when we talk of God's righteousness, even the wicked things and the evil things, when we talk of God's righteousness, we still praise God nga uri kasi timapaspasamak because we know that everything, whether it is an answered prayer or wicked things or evil things, we know that the Lord is in control and God is righteous, that He has a plan, He has a purpose behind this wickedness. And not about the Christianity that they only praise the Lord when everything is fine. They only praise the righteousness of the Lord when their prayers are answered. But when their prayers are not answered, they they question the righteousness of the Lord. Ito mo nga makita nga, Lord, kasla unfair ti magmangyari kanya ti sitwasyon ko. All the things that you've given in nagbaliktad kanya, but still, Lord, I trust your righteousness. Not only in those times nga napintas ka nawadwad ti sitwasyon ko, even uray ti panakapukaw dagito aming nga dagito. And even when no dagito ti chimpo nga mataya, I trust your ways. That your ways, uray nohan mo nga, saran na ito, I trust that haang kang kamali, adati panggap mo. Well, let me also encourage you, kung ano jay verse 1 nga diya, yung second point tayo. When you are being ambushed, when your reputation is being ambushed, may I also tell you that you appeal for God's mercy. So, kung ano natin nga, thou hast enlarged me, or kat nasa one, thou hast comforted me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me. He appealed for God's mercy. Well, one of the dagiti klase ti tao nga mangin-enjoy iti mercy iti Apo ket dagiti anak na. Dagiti hanga na isalakan ket the wrath of God iti met iti Dios ket ada kaniada. And the need for God's mercy iti salvation tapno maispalda ti panakadusa ti impyerno. Namday ti maysa nga enjoyan ti anak iti Apo kasta karating at tao na. The beauty and the privilege of enjoying jay kunatayo nga jay as iti Apo kas as a father to his son, as a father to his people, as a master to his redeemed people, nga ginatang na iti kulungan iti basol, and kas iniaban na iti panagserbi, amuna nga narigat iti panagserbi, amuna nga nadagserbi. And here is God's man. He learned it very well. All throughout his life, it's always death threat. Hindi pa nakasakbay nga sinublat na ni King Saul. Mamin, ano nga stay patayon kung ginayang ni King Saul isuna. Manu, iti ko na ni King Saul, sige, hangkan nga, ako nga patay siya, maramdaman, patayin man ni King Saul isuna. Iti papanan na nga, ada di cases nga talagang awanan tinabat-bati, he was already tracking niya, kat talagang patayin ti kalaban isuna, and yet the Lord poured out, and he experienced against him, na-experience naman, iti mercy ti Diyos. And kung kunan ni David, Lord, I will recall and I will still cling on the mercy gano kasatnuti, kasta ka ng sango, kinigulayat, kinasyanak, iti kinakapoy ko, tinulungan ak, iti kinakapoy ko, Lord, ang ganat at I will still trust in that power and in your mercy nga impakit ng kanya throughout my life. It was your mercy that has preserved me, ganat at and oh Lord, please, di sitwasyon ko nga na ito, my son is against me. My people are against me. My counselors are against me. Some of my generals in the soldiers, in the army are against me. Lord, once more, please, Lord, be merciful. Iti anak mo. Isn't it I am your son? Isn't it, Lord, I am your slave? Isn't it, oh Lord, I am one of your people? Lord, isn't it I am your anointed? I am your cold king. Niya ba magbalinak ka rin dito? Mangidalat anak mo, Lord. Once more, please. I crave for your mercy. Kasanak. And that's what he did. Pangkalo. Pangkay verse 4. When your reputation is ambushed, may I tell you as well, appeal for God's wisdom. Appeal for God's wisdom. Kitam verse 4. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Wisdom. Here we could see the wisdom of the Lord. When he was there on that mountain, all that agtatrabaho, tinikna na, I will kill my son, mabalin na, nagiti na mga soldado. Ibang tapang kami, ag-suicide kami na soldado nga, apang misero ko ni anak mo, tapatayin mi suna. Just give us the signal. And probably iti rigirig na nakat palalo tungungat na. In his anger iti sitwasyon na. But here we could see how David handled ito nga agbulbulok nga rikna nga kahit na tibumalas nga agwala. He begged for God's wisdom. Makita tayo how anyating kastana, di ko na stand in awe. The original nga version kahit na sawan. He did not allow nga giungot na iso timang tengel iti riknana. He did not allow nga adati violent reaction nga iso timang tunggal itirik na nga as a man by nature kasi ti sitwasyon patagwala tirik na di panunot mo. Di bumalas ka. Di panunot mo kat you would retaliate. You will violate in you will commit iti panangibas nga retaliate nga nadagsan nga imbabay na bumalas ka mata. Retaliation ka na. But for David, what he did is, he did not allow his anger to control his mind, his heart, and his body. He presented to the Lord and he begged for wisdom, Lord, what will I do? Nagkalmay na. Though agbuburak kan kasla dan luyon nga dakkel nga mang ada yung nag nga dakkel nga magbutbutak di rikna nga bumalas ka. But he did not. What he did is, he sinned not. He makes sure that his actions, his reactions to the situation, it does not offend God. He still trusts the Lord in the righteousness ni Apo. Hanga nagkamali, amo ni Apo ni timang mangyari nga rito kat aday ti plano na. No, anya man ti panggap mo, no, anya ti masapong adalap na iti nga sitwasyon ko. Lord, help me, Lord. Protektaram, tingiwat ko, protektaram, iti panunot ko, kontik na tapo, nis nga nakagbasol kanya. He communed with your heart. He communed with his own heart. He assessed himself. Probably there was an assessment ng iti leaders, ano ti baga ng iti mga leaders na, but the best assessment is to be with the Lord. How am I before you, Lord? There was an assessment nga niya ti kamalitay niya tinangyari dito and ano ti baga ng iti leaders na, ng iti kakadwa na siguro nga nabatbati, di bantay, kastoy, ti kastatay, kastoy. But the best thing that he did is, he went before the Lord. And he assessed himself ti sangwanan ti Apo. Anya ti basol ko ay nga naramid ko. Why is it kasi tinangyari? Sinagap na nga may isang rason, it's because binaybaya na pimang agpaiso. Iti hustisya di kapsat ni Absalom, anak na ngarinig mo't lang niti may isang kapsat na. Binaybaya na lang di. Kasi may isang ama. He did not implement a proper discipline iti anak na. Iso nga nag-rebuild din ni Absalom. He went before the Lord, he presented his heart. Why is this happening? Is there any problem kanyak na apay nga kastoy ti sitwasyon? Sakbat ti rason na apay nga kastoy? And he came to realize himself, yes, it's him. Malpasinjay kat kunana, he communed with your own heart upon your bed. It indicates nga dahito tiraramidin nagiti leaders iti. Dagiti leaders nga nagito, nagbibuyak ako sometimes. When they're in big problems, kat nakatugaw na lang, ikama, and they would just walk around. They would just look up to heaven, and they would talk to the Lord. What are the things that you like me to understand and to learn from this situation? He just talk to God personally, or probably he just go again to his bed na, he would just sit down, he would just lie down, and he would just keep talking to God, fellowshipping with the Lord, examining himself to the Lord. And that's what he did. And he remained still. He remained still. He kept himself strong in his faith to the Lord. He did not allow nga maditach suna iti pamati na diabo. That's what he did. Lastly, I might tell you what he did in verse 5. Kita niyo in verse 5. I would like to say that he begged for God's favor. Beg for God's favor. Kunana, offer the sacrifice of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. There be many that say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of your countenance upon me. He was saying, Lord, kita na ka dito sitwasyon ko. To lift up your countenance upon me. It is another expression, Lord, may your favor be upon me. Lord, as I handle these things, in your own perfect time, Lord, may your favor help me nga magsango dito. Nga I will overcome dating nga trials, kun dating nga padas, kun pains, kun torture, kun panakadala reputation. Lord, in the shattering of my reputation, the only thing that I have, Lord, is you. Lord, please. May you favor again my reputation. May you restore my reputation, my shattered reputation. Nabangkan niyo verse 7, here we could see iti kababalin iti Diyos tayo. That the Lord restored them that remains faithful to Him. Here we could see a verse nga in this situation, in this shattered reputation that he has, we could see what God did in his life. That in spite nga awanan ni sunan tirupa ng isangon na tidaduman nga tao kung daginasyon nga binangon na kuna ni David, thou hast put gladness in my heart. In spite nga awanan tirupa kababayin ti sangsangwak sika aputi nang mangititid kanya tiragsak. More than in the time that the corn and their wine increased. Di tsimpo nga napintas ti apit ka na dati tsimpo ti pista kang nagragsak. I am in a situation where my reputation is being destroyed but deep within my heart. Loneliness is trying to creep in, kalayat nga dalalan ti biyag ko nagsika aputi mangititid na tatiragsak kanya. Kunana yung verse 8, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Dahil ko natin nga peace of God. Dahil ko natin Bible nga peace of God. Dahil nga magatang ti kwarta. Dahil bibirukan tinabak na. They don't have peace. They always crave for security. And he was God's man. When his reputation is at stake, his ambush, there's still gladness that remains in his heart. It is a gladness that comes from God, his Lord. And at night, for some people, they could not sleep because of awanan hopelessness. But for David, he could still sleep. Why? Because amunan. Yan yapo nga nangital ka na tibiyag na would defend him. My brothers, when your reputation is ambush, and when your reputation is at stake, remember this Psalm chapter 4. Let it remind you that when your reputation is ambush, we have God who is able to restore a shattered and trodden reputation. Brother Alex, close the prayer.
Praise God. Thank Father, we thank you for showing that anybody for tonight, and we thank you for the comfort that indeed carry the pagabuhat, the protection, the joy, even the confidence, the courage, and among sa akin, the kapadasan, the panag-iyan. Limitado di panunod ni sitwasyon magaling sa ganan kahit still Father you are with us sa pagkabangan and Lord we just pray that you get in between natin especially in times of travel when our reputation and our integrity is dadami and Lord siya di bang tuloy bang adwa namin we have taken your fellowship together and just trust you even anything kakagawa niya dito may you remind them so to depend on you in times of difficult situations, and then to rejoice with on your hands, parang protect mo, parang iwan mo. We just ask for wisdom every time, every moment, of the enemy, whether we are in trial or whether we are rejoicing. Kaya mapatayan mo na ka. Ay itawag ka na. Karami, pinapati mo na yung against Kristo.
Okay, good evening, and thank you for coming.